Hello everyone, welcome to the Simplified Studio. In our last video, we have solved till chapter 2 in NOVAS GRE Math Bible. Today we will start with chapter 4 and the chapter belongs to the number theory, and we will here start with the first problem that is of the easy category. So for problem 1, we are given here is that if x is divisible by 3 and 4, then the number x must be a multiple of which one of the following? So since x is divisible by 3 and 4, we have to look for the least common multiple of 3 and 4. Okay. So for 3 and 4, if we try to figure out the least common multiple, we can see the LCM should be 2, 3, 2, which is 12. So 12 is the least number that is a common multiple for 3 and 4. So the answer for question 1 should be B or 12. So let's move to the second question, question 2. We are given here that the last digit of the positive even number n equals to the last digit of n squared. So we have to figure out such a number where the last digit is equals to the last digit of the number that we get from the n squared. And here is a catch. We have to select positive. Here all the 5 numbers are positive. So we should not worry about the positive, but it has to be even number. Okay. So let's first try to remove the options where the number n is not even, like 15 and 17. Now let's try with each of the options. So for 12, if we take n squared, so if n is 12 and we take n squared, 12 squared is 144. The last digit is not same, so 12 is not an option. Let's try with 14. The square of 14 is like 140 and 4 into 14, which is 56. Then the square of 14 will be 196. So the last digit doesn't match. So 14 is not an option. Let's try with 16, 160, and then 6 into 16, which is like the 96. So 16 square is 256. And here we have found like 16 is such a number n where the last digit for n and the last digit for n square is same. So our option is 16. So for question 2, the answer should be D or 16. Let's move to the question number 3. Which one of the following is divisible by both 2 and 3? So if like in the first example, we have seen like if we have such a problem where we have to figure out the numbers that is divisible by both two numbers or two or multiple numbers, we have to go for the LCM. The LCM or least common multiple of 2 and 3. Let me, the LCM of 2 and 3 is 6. So 6 is the least common multiple number where 2 and 3 both goes. Now we have to come up with which of the following number is divisible by 6. So we can discard, since we are dividing by 6, we can remove the odd numbers like here, here. So we are left with the option B, D, and E. Let's try with B. And let's try to figure out whether we can divide out 1296 by 6 or not. So we can break 12. The way I try to do math is like breaking down the large number into some small number that is divisible by the number that we are trying to divide. So 1296 we can divide, we can break it down to like 1200 plus 96, right? So we know that this is divisible by 6 because we can get 200, and this is also divisible by 6 because if you divide 96 we can get 16, or 16 times 6 is 96. So if we divide 1296 by 6, we can get 216. So this number is divisible by 6, or that's why it should be divisible by both 2 and 3. So the answer for question 3 should be B, or 1296. Now let's move to the question number 4. The number of prime numbers divisible by 2. Now prime numbers are not divisible by any other numbers other than 1 and itself. So the only prime numbers that is divisible by 2 should be 2. So 2 is the only prime number that is divisible by 2. Let me write it down as a way of set. So here we see that we have only one number. So the number of prime number that is divisible by 2 is only 1. And the number of prime numbers that is divisible, similarly, we can figure out the number of prime numbers that is divisible by 3 is only 3. 3 is the only prime numbers that is divisible by 3. Because all other prime numbers cannot be divisible by any other numbers other than itself and 1. So the number of prime numbers divisible by 3 is also 1. So here we see that column A and column B has both the same value. So the answer for question 4 should be C. Now with this full problem, we end up with our current video. In the next video, I will try to solve the following problems. Till then, be safe and take your preparations, and I wish you best of luck. Thank you.